and Sarah from the upcoming. Such a pleasure to meet you. So tell us, what can people expect from this series, and in particular your character?
I think people can expect good and evil. They can expect friendship, loyalty, love, struggle. And from my character, she's a mum. She's a tough mum. So I think they can see how much she loves her community and her family. But she has a twinkle in her eye. She likes a joke too.
And, did you go back to the book? Did you go back to the films? How did you prepare to play her?
Well, I'd read the books from a very young age, seen the films many, many times. I just went with what JD and Patrick had written on the page. What they have written is so detailed and has such depth. Marigold just came to life for me from that moment on.
And what was it like first walking onto the set? I mean, the production values, the cast, just everything on an epic, epic scale.
It was incredibly immersive. The minute we stepped on that set, it felt like you were in Middle-earth. And that was a real joy to me as a fantasy lover.
And what do you hope people take away from watching it? Because there's just such an array of different characters, but there's so much nuance in Tolkien's writing, and it's so great for people to get lost in the world right now, I think.
I think so too, and I hope they take away hope, and I hope they take away magic, but I also hope we draw a lot of new fans to Tolkien's work.
And do you feel like there's much more diversity in casting, and particularly in fantasy, than perhaps there was in the past?
I think there is from when I was a kid, and I've watched fantasy all my life. So as much as I've always loved it, it's really heartening to see more representation of all kinds. Yes, I'm Sara Zwangobani, and I play Marigold Brandyfoot. It has been a little while, but you don't forget those moments. I was in a train station in Sydney, and I got a phone call from my agent saying that I needed to be in New Zealand in 3 days because I was going to be on set in 2 weeks after that. And I got the giggles really badly and had to sit down, and I think a lot of people thought I was crazy. And then I called my mum, and 3 days later I was in New Zealand. Look, I'd read the books when I was really young, and I'd read them and read them and read them. I saw the movies many, many times, so I already had that history inside me. But when I got the scripts, what JD and Patrick had written was so rich and so detailed. I began there. But then I also had on set, I had Tolkien experts, I had dialect coaches, we had like collaborative meetings together as a cast. There was so much to help me prepare. Oh, I don't think it puts a pressure on me. I think people maybe would like to put that pressure on me, but for me, it goes back to the kids. I was a little girl that loved fantasy, and I adored it, but I didn't see many people that looked like me in it. And so I just keep thinking of the little girl that I was. I think it's great that we've got this representation, and for all the kids that I know and my own daughter, I mean, I think it's time.
Yeah.